You ready?
Yeah.
It's already recording, so I hope you're ready.
Too late.
Welcome back to another episode of She Well Read. I'm Alana.
And I'm Samra.
And we're back at Vibe Street Studios recording in person. I feel like
We are.
I'm a little more adjusted this time. Even though we changed positions a little bit, it feels a little bit more natural.
At least I'm not looking at, I don't know. I feel
the screen and looking at the camera.
I'm getting more comfortable.
Yeah, I'm getting more comfortable too.
Yeah.
Anywho, here we are. The official first episode of season 3.
Oh my freaking
baby
God.
Claps. Baby
okay. Yeah. Little baby claps.
Little baby clips. And we have an agenda. We have task items. We came prepared.
I'm ready.
We have
to
notes.
Go.
We're ready to go.
Of her.
But before we do all of that, let's talk serious. Housekeeping.
Yes.
Follow us everywhere at She Will Read.
Mm-hmm.
Order books from our bookshop. Don't shop at Amazon.
Got it.
Hit us up for sponsorships at shewillread@gmail.com. Damn, I still want to say QA. It's not QA. It was never even QA for business, so I don't even know why I wanted to say QA.
I don't know, because we were always begging people to just ask us questions.
I was quick to be like, shewillreadqa@gmail.com. Like, it was like robotic almost.
Yeah. We needed a button. The amount of times that you said it.
I should have recorded a clip, and anytime I want, insert here.
They would have saved you a lot of breath.
It would have. Anywho, email us at shewillread, P.O. Box 1725, Gardendale, Alabama. Sponsorships, already did that. T-shirts. Samra, take your picture so they can see the new T-shirt.
Girl, it's coming, and it looked good too.
And it looks good.
Don't worry, get your bleach dyed. It's a crop top. It's giving end of summer.
Yeah, and fall merch? Question mark. I have it on the agenda for the next meeting. So.
I was actually just fantasizing about a She Will Read beanie.
Ooh.
I don't know. What do y'all think?
I love a sweatshirt.
Oh my God. Yeah, we have to have a sweatshirt.
I mean, it's fall.
Okay. But then I want sweatpants too.
I was thinking the same thing, a whole suit. So anywho, sit in.
She Will Read suit.
I know. Yeah, that's all my check-in, not check-ins, but housekeeping. How are you? What's up? What's going on?
Oh my God. I feel like I'm just getting kind of antsy about what my next phase of life is going to be.
Ooh, talk to me.
Something about hitting 25. I don't know. But
it's different.
It's like I feel myself getting wiser.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
In what way?
Just making decisions in a way, trying to get focused and clear about what am I trying to get done in the next 5 years.
Yeah.
And honing in and starting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what I've realized is it's going to be a lot of grinding. And I'm a little sad. But
you're sad about the grind?
Yeah, the incoming grind.
That's coming?
Yeah, because I feel like I've been kind of chilling a little bit, on my summer vibes.
Yeah, chill, relax.
Yeah, it's giving vacations and, all this stuff that we were on a break, and I just feel like fall and school starting, and I'm not even in school, but I feel
Bitch, I am.
You're in school. That's just that general energy. Maybe because everyone else around me is in school or something.
Maybe.
But that energy is just giving me life, but I'm also I'm trying to get excited about it, but it's hard.
Yeah, I understand.
But I'm excited about the result.
Period.
Yeah.
It's something to look forward to. It's like that thing of having a goal.
Yeah.
It's going to be rough.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But so what are you?
Oh, you want to go there?
Yeah, because now I'm curious.
Well, I really want to go and get another degree.
Mm-hmm. This is wild because this is from the girl who was like, I'm never going back to school.
Yeah. But it's not like an MBA, okay? So
it's
that
something
was
specific.
What I was dreading.
Oh.
It's because I knew that was the next step for a marketing major.
Yeah.
Was like, oh yeah, you get your MBA. That's what comes next. But I don't necessarily feel like business is my strong suit. And I want to pivot into a different career.
More like creative?
More creative. And I want to invest in that part of myself because I think that that's like my strength and my thing. Yeah. My purpose. Yeah. And so I'm just ultimately not going to be fulfilled until I'm living in that purpose. And so I'm just like thinking about getting a little, 1-2 year degree. Okay. In fashion. Yeah. And just get some like good knowledge, make some contacts, and ultimately like just invest in the world that I want to be in. Period. Yeah.
As you should. No, I think that's really smart because that's kind of like, and I feel like I've talked about this on the show before, where it's like we both come from dysfunction. And so you just crave this stability. Yeah. And so it was like, I went to school, safety, I got a safe job. Yeah. Like I love my job. Right. But I'm not in love with my job.
Yeah. It's like, I love like what my job brings me and the environment, like the people that I work with. Right. There's things that I love about the job, but it's like, I don't inherently love the job that I'm doing.
Right, exactly.
I don't know. Do y'all relate? Is this relatable?
Is this relatable content? I think it is. I feel like people talk about all day about how they hate their job. Not hate, but it's the thing. It's providing a need. Yeah. It's not providing, fulfilling a need.
Yeah, it's meeting a need. Like, you have to like have money to live. Like, that's just on period. Right. And so it makes sense that we did our little cookie cutter path, but I think that starting She Well Read and seeing that working consistently on something can actually, because I just feel like I had such a negative perspective about like dreams and doing something different, and so seeing that consistency beats like talent. You know that people say that.
Yeah, because we've been growing in this role.
Yeah, and I feel like if I don't do what I've been called to do, like someone else is gonna do it, and I'm just gonna regret. I'm gonna look at it, be inspired, and be like, oh my god, I'm in love. But ultimately, like in my soul, I'm like, I wish I was doing that too.
Right. And now, honestly, is the perfect time in our lives to do it. We don't have kids. We're not married. It's just us. So it's a perfect time to take a leap. That's why I'm like, I'm trying to get deeper into podcasting and producing. Now is the time to do it, to see if it works. See what happens.
Right. That's what I was thinking. It's like we were like in our 20s. This is the time to like do. I mean, it's always the time. It's like whenever you figure it out. But mine just happens to be now, and it also happens that I want to have a family one day, and like there are things that I need to get done. Yeah. I want to get done before like some other things pop up that I want to invest my time in.
Right. And I mean, I don't think it's wrong to realistically say, and this might be a little controversial, and I'm not meaning this in a controversial way, that when you have kids and have a family,
oh my God,
it's like having another job.
It is. Yeah.
And it's like, I know personally when I become a mom and a wife and whatever, I want to focus and have my attention on that.
No, 100%.
And give myself to that.
Yeah, like that's, if it's something that you want, then you want to like give your full self. You don't want to like half-ass one part of your life and only focus, because ultimately we're just trying to get balance.
Right, exactly. And so I feel like if I fulfill this now and like have this kind of, not on the back burner, but like already
autopilot.
Not even autopilot, but like I know what's gonna happen. Okay. It's not predictable like all the time, but it's like, I am this, I do this, this is what comes from this is the time I have with this. Yeah. Boom. So then I can attempt, which it's not always gonna be perfect, to work the rest of my life around that. Yeah. If that makes sense.
And it's almost, to me, in my head, it seems easier if it's already structured.
Structure, some type of structure. Yes, that's the word. I haven't been able to think of words today. I don't know what's happening.
You're tired.
I am tired.
Lana was up like all night doing things for She Well Read, doing things for school.
Grinding.
She is just on the overall grind.
Yeah, so make sure you go watch our last YouTube video. If it's up I feel like it'll be up by this point. We're working around some things, some technical things, but anywho,
should be up.
It should be up. But I don't know. No, I feel that. That's exactly where I'm at too. So I feel like we're here. We're always on the wave.
We are always kind of in the same boat.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, but before we kick into the book, which we know that's what y'all are all here for, we have a few discussion points that we want to talk about. Coffee time. Y'all know how we talked about coffee time, tea time, whatever time last season? This is that. That's what's happening right now before we get into it. So, YouTube podcasts.
Oh.
YouTube is like, they're going to have a whole podcasting section now on YouTube that's dedicated to podcasts. Kind of like YouTube Shorts is kind of like the TikTok of YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Now they're going to have like this is the podcast section on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Like there is a music section.
Right,
and there's
right.
That's really the only, I don't know. There's other sections.
There's other sections, but yeah, there's going to be a dedicated.
But there'll be like a podcast button you can filter.
Yeah.
I love listening to podcasts on YouTube.
See, I never really knew the value of, because for me, when I'm listening to I feel like it depends on what you're listening to a podcast for. I'm listening to a podcast when I'm getting ready in the morning, or when I'm on a walk, or when I'm on a drive. So it's not necessarily something I like. If I'm going to sit down and watch something on YouTube, it's like, that's what I'm doing. But that's not what I use podcasts for.
Okay.
I use it for like all those other things that I just said.
Yeah.
So that's why I never really understood the
YouTube side of it.
Yeah, the visual side of it. But like, until you told me, like, you're like, I watch all these, like, you watch Poor Minds. I don't even watch Poor Minds.
Yeah.
I'm subscribed to them on YouTube for support, but but I listen to them on Spotify.
Okay. See, I go back and forth. It depends. And that's why I've been like, you know that yearly thing that comes on Spotify at the end?
Oh, the Spotify Wrapped?
The Wrapped thing. I've been like, mine's going to be so messed up because I don't listen to my podcast in all of the same place. Like, I don't all listen to them all on Spotify. Like, one just depends on the podcast. Because, like, Poor Minds, I do like to see them because I just feel like the visual component adds so much.
Yeah. I have watched an episode and I'm like, okay, I see where she's coming from with this.
Drea will make faces that you just like, it's silent if you're listening.
Yeah.
But if you're watching, it just makes more sense.
Yeah.
But I will say, I'm not like sitting on the couch watching them ever. I'm like at work and I'll have like the tab open. So if there's something funny, I'll like click to the little tab and like see what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
But otherwise I'm just like, it's in the background.
Okay, so it's kind of like you're not fully using the visual aspect of it being on YouTube.
Yeah, just like kind of, sort of.
And you kind of use it in both ways. That makes sense though. I can see that.
Yeah.
So anywho, but that's breaking news, which is great opportunity for us now that we're starting to post our stuff on YouTube. So subscribe to our channel. We are going to have more content on there. But I love content. At this point, I'm the controversial topic person.
You?
It looks like it because I feel like the last few episodes have been like, not to be controversial.
You have though. I don't realize how controversial you are, but I'm opinionated, so maybe that's why.
Maybe, and it might not be controversial. And I'm just saying that.
I don't know. Today I've never heard anyone say, because I know you said some people say that Chris Brown is a better performer than Michael Jackson. You're like, I disagree.
Oh yeah, you've never heard someone say that?
I've never heard anyone say that, but I heard
all
someone
I've seen
say
is
that today. I heard it today on a podcast I was watching on YouTube, watching too.
Yeah,
and I was like, "Are you serious?
Yeah,
are you serious?" But she really believed it. And
I do too.
You believe that Chris Brown's a better performer?
Oh, I heard you wrong. I'm sorry. I heard the flip.
That makes more sense to me. Right. I was like, and she was older than us. Yeah, like even a mom.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was like, I just don't get it. Like, I've got to disagree with you there.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess that's the great thing about having opinions. You don't always have to agree.
Yeah.
But I did see when I looked at the top podcasts that were like already on the thing. I think it's like a prototype. I saw it on Twitter, and I don't think it's like fully up yet. But I saw somebody had a screenshot of it, and I would say 90% of those podcasts that they were advertising that are like in the top podcasts are run by men. Which,
well, damn. That's so typical.
It is. But I mean, the statistics show it too. Like, only 33% of podcasts are hosted by women.
Wow.
Like, there's a lot more male-dominated shows than there are women-dominated shows.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I'm going to do more research and come back. So,
I'm sensing a thesis.
Not a thesis. I could write a whole essay on it. In this essay, I will.
I'll unpack why there are more men. Is it because men are like more confident in their opinions?
Maybe it could. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna deep dive into it because I do want to know why.
I do too.
But it could also be a support standpoint of like more people support male run shows than they do female run shows for whatever reason.
Oh, because women's voices are annoying.
Oh yes, there's also all those types of stereotypes where they're like,
that's a whole nother
it's
thing.
A whole. That's what I'm saying. It's a whole thing. I might write an essay on it.
You have to untrain your mind. I've learned that because like you do naturally feel like that, but sometimes I'm like, once I can get past like someone's voice, I'm like, oh, there's so much value in what they're saying.
Right.
So if you can just, because I think it's kind of like, maybe not as extreme as racism, but like, what is that word for when, see, now I'm doing it. The word for when you're like judging the book based on the cover.
It's like stereotype?
Yeah, it's like stereotyping. So you have to just like, your next thought should be, is this like valid? Is this a valid thought for me to be? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. And it could be also not. It could also be based on the content. Like there's so many factors that's probably playing into it. I am going to go do some more digging and I will share with you all what I find, obviously. But also let's change that. So share this episode with a friend. Share if you're listening to us right now, I want you to pause the episode.
Yeah.
And go share it on your story, go share it on something and being like, I'm listening to She Well Read right now and tag us and we will repost you, give you all the love. But
yes, please.
It's just like the little things like that that'll help that type of situation too. It's just support. It's like little things you can do and it doesn't even cost anything. So anywho, free support.
I love that.
I do too. And support Black business. Support women.
It is August. It's Black Business
It
Month.
is Black Business Month.
Go support your favorite Black business.
Yeah. Okay, next one, student loans, because what do you want to tell Joe Byron right now?
Thank you. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. Because, whew,
I mean,
I felt so much lighter. $10,000 lighter.
Here we go. Now, this I know is going to be controversial because we were talking about this earlier. And I don't want to seem like a negative Nancy. I am ecstatic that we're getting $10,000 taken off because that's clearing some people's loans.
That's fire.
And for some people, I was seeing today, there's this hack. It's not really a hack, but say for instance, like you had $10,000 left to pay, or like $10,000 or less. Mm-hmm. And when the loan repayment started in March, you were still paying on your loans. Well, you can request that money back and get your account back to wherever it was. So say it was $10,000 and like you paid off the $10,000, ask for a refund. It'll reboot your account back to $10,000 and then you can get it forgiven.
You can okay, y'all, that's a tip. So if anybody has less than 10,000, which bless your soul.
Right, I wish.
Oh my God.
I wish.
$10,000, that's like one class.
Tea. Or like even another scenario, it could be like say you had 7,000 left and while we were in the payment pause you paid off 4,000 of it and so you had a $3,000 balance. You could request that 4,000 that you paid back, get your account back to 7,000 and get the whole thing forgiven.
I didn't know you could get a refund at all.
I think it's just not I think. I know it's just for if you've been paying while it's been on pause. So because technically you didn't have to be paying.
That's thoughtful.
Now, I don't know all the nicks and kinks of it. So like research first. And I know I'm pretty sure probably is only for federal loans. So like do your research first. But I have been seeing a lot on that. Yeah, it really does suck for the people who like either refinance their loans or private loans.
They push you to do that. There's so many like little things about it that I guess they're never going to be able to perfect. Like.
But here's my thing. There's small things that they can do. Like the $10,000 is good, but it's the interest also that's like the overarching issue of student loans.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because like say for instance, you only took out $20,000 and you don't have to pay while you're in school, but that loan has been accruing interest while you've been in school. So now you owe like, I don't know, I'm like making up numbers here, $30,000. But that's not how much you took out. And here's the thing. I agree. I can understand the point of you took out a loan. You have to pay it back. Valid. However, it's a predatory loan because now this interest that's just like an exorbitant amount of money, I'm paying back way more, like 2 times, 3 times more than I even took out initially.
That's real talk. I didn't know shit about interest rates.
Right, and that's the other part that makes it predatory. Think about it. We take out these loans when we're 17, 18 years old, most people when they start off college.
Yeah, I don't even know what the percentage of interest on the loan is at all.
Right. We just take it out because it's like, I have to do this to go to school. Like, it's not a choice.
No other option.
I mean, there's other options, like not going to a 4-year college and going to community. Like, there's other options, but to actually make it in the world and be able to provide for yourself.
I feel like you can make it without school, but like if
depending on what you want to do.
If you have to
go, right. Like say you want to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
Like you have to go to school to be a lawyer.
There's so many things that you have to, and it's just marketed as like you need a college degree. I feel like just recently people have started taking that off their requirements
because they realize it's really not all like a bachelor's degree. Like, yeah, cool, but it's not the end all be all.
It's not, and
so,
isn't.
Anywho, I'm happy about the 10K, but I want them to do something about that interest.
So you heard it here first.
Do something, Joe, about this interest. Period.
Hate to see it.
You do hate to see it.
But love to see about the 10,000.
Because for some people, like say you had 14,000 left. And you get 10K forgiven, 4K?
No, that's
not
crazy.
I mean, it's a lot of money, but it's like way more doable than
it
changes. This is changing people's lives.
I love that.
I love that too.
I was seeing a little bit of that on Twitter, how it's like, oh, you know what? Like I can start a family now.
Yeah.
I can actually plan for this.
I can think about buying a house.
Yeah, just having that. But I mean, from what I hear, like student loans, like the last thing you should focus on anyway. Yeah. So I don't know why. To me, my student loans, I do want to have them paid off by, 30, say.
Yeah, that's my goal is 30.
But like, I don't think it should prevent you from starting a family, the fact that you have student loans.
It shouldn't, but depending on what that monthly payment is, depending on how much you have taken, like think about it.
Did you see that they're like changing it to, what is it?
The 5%? Yeah.
I don't know like what it was before, but that could maybe help.
It's cutting it in half. But like, like I looked at my own loans. Well, I couldn't because y'all crashed the damn website, so I couldn't like look. But I know how much I have left, and I'm gonna share it. I have $29,536 in student loans.
Damn bitch, you really said the whole number.
Because I could have said 30K, but I know the exact number of how much.
I checked today. Well, you didn't.
Well, I checked my email because I made one payment before they paused it.
Were you about to get a refund?
No, I'm gonna just leave it.
Okay.
But I made my payment was like $310 and some change. That's a car note.
That's a lot.
And there's so many people like
it is a lot more than you think.
Yeah, my loan amount, like taking like my loan balance being $29,000, it's like that's at the low end of people's.
It is.
Because 100%. Think about people. That's just an undergrad loan. Yeah. And people take out loans to go to master's programs.
And we went to a relatively like affordable
school. We had in-state tuition. Like that's what I'm saying. There's so many more factors that like
I know. It's
gonna help, but
well, I'm hoping they do more, but this is like people are saying he's gonna do more. I just don't know.
I mean, which is controversial because his campaign promise, like at first he was saying,
was it all? Did he?
So it transitioned. At first, it was all at the beginning of his campaign.
You went high, Joe. You
went
high. Too high.
And then he went down to I don't know if he ever was at 50 for a while, but then there was talks of 50.
Oh.
But then when he was the only candidate, like he was the Democratic nominee, that's when he was like, I'm not doing 50. I'm doing the max I would do is 10.
I didn't even think about it in terms of strategy, but that was so smart.
Yeah.
He just cut everybody else. I'm still mad.
I'm mad too. Like, so technically he is fulfilling a campaign promise. He said 10K.
But not the one
but
we
not the
out.
one
the
where
initial,
yeah.
The one we got you here with.
Right.
For the people. For the people.
Which is why I believe Joe should be a one-term president. Sorry, Joe. But not sorry.
Yeah, let's just take the money and run, guys. Come on now.
I'm weak. But yeah, so I feel like there's still so much that needs, like, if I had so that's where I was going with this. So my balance is $29,536. And my monthly payment's about $310 and some change. With the $10,000 being forgiven, brings it down to $19,536. Woo!
That's a lot better.
But my monthly payment is only going, I shouldn't say only, but it's only going down $100.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
But it's not.
But say, for instance, your monthly payment was $700 and now it's $600.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
when you think about it like
when you think about it like that, and like the qualifications for some of these like repayment plans, a lot of people can't reach. So it's just, it's so many, there's so many factors that need to be fixed. It's a big issue. So that, I think my whole point is that, yes, it's that thing of, yes, we should celebrate this. We should be happy about this, but there's still more work to be done.
That part.
And that's on period.
Don't forget,
step on their necks. That's how this happened. We stepped on his neck. Like, Joe, what are you doing? Yeah. But anywho, enough political talk because we're taking up a lot of time of that.
That was deep though.
It was deep. We did student loans. Okay, so you wanted to talk about Elaine's masterclass really quick?
Okay, yes, because y'all know I'm talking about the career stuff, trying to figure that out. And there was this clip she posted this week.
That she reposted
of us. Reposted. Thank you, Elaine.
Thank you, Elaine. Please, y'all, tag Elaine.
She's coming on our podcast.
We're manifesting it. She's coming.
I was thinking about it. And Kayleen, we didn't air until just now.
Mm-hmm.
So Elaine, maybe we keep the tradition of like a few seasons later. We bring them on. Even though Phoebe, we will.
Yes, Phoebe too.
We will be reaching out.
We will be reaching out. We will be spamming you.
We haven't even started. But we're already gonna. We're
already gonna start. But yeah. So about Phoebe, we're on the topic. As y'all have heard 50 million times at this point, this beauty
this
is the book that we are going to cover this season.
I was listening to the episode. I was like, girl, you said on your outside clothing. After messing it up 12 times,
it's okay.
I still messed it up.
It's okay.
Clothes. Please don't sit on my bed in your outside clothes.
So I'm going to read the about in the back of the book really quick. Just so y'all can know a little bit about Phoebe. For those of you who are not going to actually read the book and are just going to listen to us talk about the book. Phoebe Robinson is a stand-up comedian, writer, producer, and actress. She is best known as the co-creator and co-star of the hit podcast and series of TV specials Two Dope Queens, which I still need to watch. She's also the New York Times bestselling author of You Can't Touch My Hair and Other Things I Still Have to Complain. My Hair and Other Things I Still Have to Explain. And Everything's Trash, But It's Okay, which is being adapted into a half-hour pilot for Freeform. That's so funny when this book was like came out, it was still like in production, the show, and now it's like on air.
That's amazing. Go Phoebe.
Go Phoebe.
The more I learn about her, the more I'm like, wow, how have I not been more invested in her career?
Right.
She's dope.
That's how I felt about Alone. I'm not alone.
Elaine. That's so true.
So, I mean, that just shows the power of reading. Reading about people and all those things. Additionally, Phoebe has starred in the movies Ibiza and What Men Want.
Oh my God, I saw Ibiza. It was actually better than I thought. Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Period. And was a moderator on Michelle Obama's International Becoming book tour. What? I didn't know that.
Now that's impressive.
That's impressive.
I love Michelle.
Most recently, Phoebe launched Tiny Reparations, a production company under ABC's signature, whose first project is a talk show entitled Doing the Most with Phoebe Robinson, which premiered in April 2021 on Comedy Central.
I didn't know that either.
So much that you can
learn. I'm so out the loop. Phoebe, I'm sorry, but like I really respect everything you're doing, working for. I was watching Everything's Trash.
Yes. Okay, so we're back to talk about Everything's Trash to wrap up this episode.
Yes.
It was good. Once it was that thing of like watching the first 2 episodes, it's like, okay. But now I'm in it.
Okay, Perk.
Now
I'm
in
it. Expecting nothing. And maybe that helped. Because
maybe it did help.
Alana was like, and so I came into it with that same energy, but then I was laughing.
When I audibly laughed last night during the 3rd episode, I was like, okay, it's getting there. Like I just needed to. They
gotta set the scene.
They gotta set it up.
I like that it's like. It's different from other. I was shook that it was a freeform show. Isn't it freeform? It's
yeah,
Hulu.
it's free. No, it's freeform.
Oh, it's freeform. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I feel like growing up, freeform was very whitewashed. There was always a token black character.
But that's when it was still ABC Family. And Freeform, like the whole rebranding to Freeform was to prevent that, to have more diverse castings, more diverse storytelling, more adult-ish, kind of more like not family-centric shows. That was the whole point in the transition to Freeform.
See, I did not know that. I just thought it was like a rebranding on like surface level. And so I was just like, fuck Freeform. Like, what the?
It was that thing of like,
this
why?
Wasn't necessary.
Yeah, it was that thing of you're ruining my childhood. ABC Family.
You're ABC Family to me forever.
But now I can call them Freeform. I'm like, okay.
Y'all doing something different, because I was watching this show and there's she's a very strong, like powerful, very confident character.
You're talking about Everything's Trash?
Yeah, Phoebe's character. She's a podcast host. And she's just, well, she's got her own issues.
Right,
she's not perfect.
She's not.
But very relatable.
Yeah.
And her friend's cool. And there's actually like a token white guy, which I kind of thought was hilarious.
He's so funny to me.
He's so extra to me.
I love him.
Oh, shut up. Very
I love
much
him.
Her best friend with him.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta go watch it.
Yeah, y'all should go watch Everything's Trash on Freeform. It's that thing of next day air on Hulu. Oh. That's why it's on Hulu.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. But so what episode are you on?
Maybe like episode 4 now. I think I watched 3 last night.
Yeah, I watched 2 last night, so I'm on like 5.
Okay.
So we're about one what?
Yeah, I like that. I just, I feel like sometimes they don't do books justice. I'm interested to read like the book this is based on.
Oh, the Everything's Trash book?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to see.
I mean, it was her, so it's her book.
I think she's producing it, right? Or no?
The show? I think she is producing the show,
she's
too.
She's a powerhouse.
She really is. Like, which we love to. I love that y'all chose this because this was viewers' choice.
Otherwise.
She said otherwise I wasn't going to read it.
But this, I'm glad to be reading it now.
She said, to be honest with you, man.
Sorry, Phoebe, but I had no idea. You were.
How did this even get on the list of like stuff people would choose from?
I literally do not know.
Me either. It had to be you because it wasn't me.
That's so crazy.
You must have found it somewhere. Maybe there was some buzz and you heard it and you were like, oh, this would be good for the list.
I don't
know. Either way, we're here and we're excited. So next week when I started reading, like, I'm only 2 pages in though.
How could you?
Sorry.
Luana. You're not supposed to do that.
Oh my gosh. But the acknowledgments, or who she dedicated the book to my parents who only vaguely understand what I do for a living, but are supportive nonetheless. And also to Michael B. Jordan because he is extremely hot.
Stop.
And this like encompasses her, I feel.
That's very her.
Very her. Which is what that thing you were saying of I like that it's very her on the show too. It seems like, even though like we don't know her personally, but
I feel like there's little bits of her gotta be, because it's just like it feels authentic when you're watching it.
It does. It really. It feels. It's a scripted show, but it feels almost organic.
Yeah, I think they're freestyling a little bit.
Probably. But so we're gonna be reading on the next episode. Well, we're going to have read introduction.
Are y'all keeping up?
Are y'all
or
keeping
are you
up?
Just listening. What are you doing?
What
do you
let
have
us
the
know.
book?
Do you have the? If you don't, go to Bookshop, and it's under the Seasons book. So yeah. So next week we'll be going over introduction. 2020 was gonna be my year. LOL.
It was gonna be mine too.
It was gonna be all of our years. I started my job in 2020. I worked in person for a month, and then went home.
That's hilarious.
Like all my stuff is still in the office.
Really?
Yeah.
It's been years. You're not even the same person.
I'm not at all.
So funny. I had all this cute little office decor.
Me too. I just bought from Target. You hate to see it.
Anyway.
But anywho, this has been another episode of She Well Read. I'm Alana.
I'm Samra. Bye,
and we'll see y'all next week.